Your 20s are a strange decade. You feel young, but you're expected to make adult decisions. You feel like you have endless time, but the years pass faster than you expect. And before you realize it, you're looking back wondering where the time went. The truth is, most regrets people carry later in life aren't about mistakes. They're about things they never tried, the risks they avoided, the experiences they delayed, the opportunities they ignored because they felt afraid. So if you're in your 20s right now, there are a few things you should seriously consider doing, because the cost of avoiding them may only become clear years later. Chapter 1. Taking more risks. Your 20s are one of the few periods in life where failure is relatively cheap. You can start over. You can switch careers. You can move to new places. But many people spend this decade playing it safe. They stay in jobs they dislike. They avoid big decisions. They wait for perfect timing. But perfect timing rarely arrives. The people who build interesting lives often make bold decisions early. Not because they are fearless, but because they understand something simple. Experience is more valuable than comfort. Chapter 2. Traveling and exploring. Travel isn't just about visiting places. It changes perspective. It exposes you to new cultures, ideas, and ways of thinking. When you see how differently people live around the world, it expands your understanding of life. Suddenly, the rules you once believed were fixed begin to feel flexible, and that shift can reshape your ambitions, beliefs, and confidence. The earlier you expose yourself to different environments, the more adaptable your mind becomes. Chapter 3. Building strong friendships. The friendships formed in your 20s often become the emotional foundation of your life, but maintaining them requires effort. People move, careers grow demanding, responsibilities increase, and without intention, friendships fade. The regret many people experience later is not about lost money or lost opportunities. It's about losing connection with people who once mattered deeply. So invest in those relationships. Call your friends, visit them, create memories, because time will eventually make those moments rare. Chapter 4. Developing self-discipline. Your 20s quietly build the habits that shape your future. If you learn discipline early, life becomes easier. If you delay it, life becomes harder. Discipline is not about punishment. It's about consistency, showing up even when motivation disappears, reading when others scroll endlessly, working on goals when comfort calls you back to distraction. The earlier you build this muscle, the more doors open in your 30s and beyond. Chapter 5. Understanding yourself. Perhaps the most important task of your 20s is self-discovery. Who are you? What do you care about? What kind of life do you want? Many people rush through their 20s chasing external validation, but true clarity comes from reflection, trying new things, failing at others, learning what energizes you and what drains you, because the more you understand yourself, the easier it becomes to design a life that actually fits you. Conclusion. Your 20s are not about having everything figured out. They are about exploration, mistakes, growth, and learning how the world works. If you spend this decade avoiding risks, avoiding experiences, and avoiding growth, you may gain temporary comfort, but years later, you may also gain something else: regret. So try things, travel, build friendships, learn about yourself, because the choices you make in your 20s don't just shape that decade. They shape the rest of your life.